The final Season 9 is almost here, and at this point most of you have seen the reveal, but there is parts of it that nobody's breaking down right now. I'm going to touch upon what those new systems mean for you, and how to best navigate Day 1/Week 1. We're also going to look into the recent patch 8.12. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, World Utopia here, back with another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. So first up here, we're going to cover update 8.12 as it is a fairly short one, and we'll get through that very quick. That'll also give us some additional context there for the Season 9 stuff. As per usual, we'll cover the opening statement here, where they mention this is the last update before Season 9, of course. That's when Dragon Rising starts, and they begin Year 3 of the final. Yes, we are headed into Year 3 already. It's honestly crazy. It feels like just yesterday I was talking about the TGA release. It has been a very crazy journey with you all, with the channel, with the finals in general. Just honestly surprised we're already going into Year 3. They also say here to everyone who attended the Grand Major 2025, watched from home, cheered them on, or supported their teams. They do want to extend a huge thank you. And they can't wait for, yes, TGM 26. Rob already talked about this one a few weeks back, but yes, they are going to be doing a Grand Majors in 2026, so very cool there. And of course, they want to give the congratulations to NTMR or Nightmare for taking home the trophy. Very cool to see there, which there also actually is a champion bundle tied to this. Does look like this bundle currently still hasn't been updated or uploaded to the store page. But yeah, at this point, we know it's going to be for Nightmare. But we did get a brand new store update this week, which included the Miss Alimi Latte set. Of course, kind of hitting on the winter coffee season. Very nice little funny play on things there. We also have the Toast and Roast set, which is for the P90. We got some earrings named Call of the Fall, as well as Fallen Order set, which includes skins for the Flamethrower, the ARN220, and the CB01 repeater. Of course, it had to be fitting, they did include Autumn Rain nails, as well as the Combustion Cup set, which is for the Pyro Grenade. So very cool there, very fun Mimi store update. Next up here, they do mention there is an event for the Sponsor Showdown. Just like with previous ones for this, it is 2 sponsors, only 1 winner, and the Sponsor Showdown has begun. They mentioned you can play any mode and you'll earn fans for your sponsor, and that is kind of a versus there for Holto and Trentilla. I actually have had a Sponsor Showdown happening all season long on my Discord. You were able to sign up for one or the other sponsor, and I have tried to keep up with that, updated it weekly or bi-weekly, where people in my Discord can earn points by chatting, participating, and even their activity hours. Yes, I do have an activity tracker, so if you have it tied to your Discord, it does track that. Just a super brief mention there, but yeah, it's also happening on my Discord, so if you want to participate, you can too as well. Last up here for these patch notes is the major news for the preview event. So yes, they did announce this one publicly. December 8th is a preview event where you can showcase Season 9. You can tune into your favorite streamer or content creator to get the first look at the new season. If you are a content creator that does actively post, I've seen a lot of people try to get into the program that don't really post on their YouTube channel that want to join. It's kind of not really how it works with any creator program or any creator event there. You do have to be active and kind of at least showcasing participation there. But yeah, if you're an active content creator, you can sign up for this preview event. Pretty sure I'll be there as well, also streaming this. So if you want to check it out on December 8th, I'll be streaming on my Twitch social or YouTube as well. You can view me on either platform. I would appreciate if you did view it on Twitch. I am trying to get that one going up and active, at least in follower count, etc. But either works there. I will be live on December 8th. Since we're on the topic of Season 9, this is where we can transition to kind of what's going on with Season 9, what those changes do actually mean for you, and how to kind of have a day 1 plan so you can have a nice progression path. The first one here that a ton of people are talking about is a massive change with World Tour. So World Tour is no longer going to be a mode itself. It is now going to be a universal season progression. So you can stop feeling like you're playing the wrong mode, because now every mode will contribute to the journey and badge. So you can play whatever you want and still progress the World Tour section, giving you much more player choice there, which is just awesome to see, especially as someone that does primarily play Power Shift. Although I did jump into World Tour on occasion, I do love the flexibility here with that. Which, speaking of flexibility, sponsors have become incredibly flexible now. Those reward paths have been completely optimized. You can now sign up with any sponsor at any time and swap on the fly. It is no longer a forever pick there. They also have done some combination here with Ranked and World Tour being unified together. there is now a new coin system that has been modified to affect both. You can now earn those reward coins and then choose what to spend on at the end of the season. So now it's worth more touching even if you're just a casual grinder as well, as you will still see somewhat of a progression path. Jumping over, we'll get into the prediction section of the video, where yeah, they did outline pretty much everything Season 9 has to offer in somewhat shape or form. They didn't go into crazy amount of details in certain sections, so we can still give a prediction on things and what's to come. The first one I do believe is going to be centered around Point Break, and it kind of is obvious at this point, but it does feel like it's going to be the returning player funnel. As I mentioned, it's positioned as a big, casual, objective-driven fun, so this might actually become more like the default play with friends mode, and them trying to bring back players for the retention in week 1 there. Another great thing that's happened with this update is the World Tour unification, but I do think it's going to reduce the fragmentation overnight, and I also do think that rank participation will actually rise, even among the casual players there. So I do feel like you're going to see a lot more dynamic gameplay from casual elements all the way to hardcore, as now there's many more practical reasons to actually play ranked, as it's going to contribute to both things there with reward coin structure. Next up here, we'll go over some of the map predictions. They already did cover a few things here. It's described as a Chinese megacity with skyscrapers, rivers, temples, gardens, and dense urban districts. Of course, we did go over that photography that did happen over there a while back in July, which definitely aligns with what they did here. A lot of the data sampling from that, which does sort of give that megacity vibe and blending the old and new. Of course, it still looks like we are getting that temple garden atmosphere, with even a bit of the dense urban blocks, so the market and the alley networks there too. As I mentioned, there's a ton of verticality with this map, so I do think for certain modes we're going to see a ton of roof control come into play, even mid-height rotations. In certain sections we do see those long sight lines, so we could even see a mixed match of like range pressure and even close quarter combat. The map does seem like it has a lot there, which is very cool to see. Probably is going to tie a little bit into the KS23 and model tweaks here as well, as we saw those accuracy improvements with the KS23, so we could see more of the shotgun meta come into play. All in all, though, it does look like Season 9 is shaping up to be a really good one. Last up here, we do have those community mentionables from my community. Again, going to be doing some more giveaways as per usual, as well as those features from the Star Models page. The first one we have here is from Advance, who's calling this one Golden Rule. And yeah, I absolutely love this one. It kind of played on one we had last time, tying some nice aesthetics here with the gold into the kind of grayscale. Very, very nice. Advance got a second feature on here, what he's calling Avada Agent. Really like the all-black aesthetic here with the nice little red and white hints of detail. Definitely plays into that security guard aspect, or even that stealth op agent. Third up here, we have one from Fallen Symbiote, who does a little shout out and kind of cosplay here of Ghost Recon. That game hasn't been around in a pretty long time, but kind of a cool showcase of it. Next up here we have one from Apex SKP, who does his version of a Bruce Lee. And yeah, this one works very, very well. It almost kind of looks a little bit like a Squid Game uniform, but it definitely fits for Bruce Lee as well. Last up here, but not least, we have one from Mount Skew. And we have some wild color choices here, but I actually think they work. So even though it's a mix of orange, black, and even purple here a bit, I really do think this color combination works and looks quite nice. Overall, that's what I covered for today's video. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and until the next one, deuces.